Today, we go plasma. What's up, everyone? It's America Plus. I'm your host, Cole McCormick. It's another week, another episode. What's going on, everybody? It's Sunday, November 12th, 4:37 in the PM. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to be here. Happy to be here. You came to a beautiful show. I got a great show for you tonight, guys. It's gonna be a hell of a time. It's my third time hitting record again. I try to go with the vibes, you know? So I'm coming to you right now in the best way possible on a high with some notes. Today we're talking about a few things, guys. We're talking about innovation. We're talking about plasma. We're talking about science. And we're talking about me getting paid from Twitter. We're talking about like a bunch of random shit today, dude. So stick around for this stuff. And we're talking about value for value and my movie, Magic Mushroom Fun Time, okay? So we'll get to that at the very end. Right now, what I want to focus on is I met a goal, okay? Last week, I was talking to my girlfriend, Shannon. We were discussing her goals. We mentioned one of my goals about getting paid from Twitter, and I got eligible. And right off the bat, dude, I got money this week, dude. Like, that's insane, man. I got money. I literally got paid from Twitter, dude. X. I got an X payout, dog. $18, $18.70 went to my Stripe account. So, thanks, Elon, dude. Thank you, Elon, dude. We are innovating. We are getting paid, man. Money is flowing to me. Value is flowing to me, dude. I was really happy to see that. I was working. I was in the middle of chopping potatoes, and I'm just happy that I got the notification. I was like, holy shit, like, that's so dope. So now I really feel like I'm like running on Twitter. Now I'm really running on my X platform, you know? Trying to post a video more. The video just wasn't uploading last week. So I'm sorry to anyone who was watching, who was expecting the video. It was on YouTube. YouTube is really more consistent with video uploads. I tried uploading it to Facebook as well, and it just wasn't uploading. I don't understand. Like, I even tried to compress it. There was like just issues with video uploads on Twitter and Facebook. Just really strange stuff. But I'm doing my best to be more consistent with the video. It's all about just me expanding. We're in like phase 1.5 right here, guys. We're really trying to expand the workflow and the quality of the stuff. Something that's really important to me is an evolution of how this show goes. And, you know, I'm happy to experiment today. I'm happy to experiment with new things and new topics and, you know, new systems, dude. We're just celebrating that today, too. Do you think Twitter's a new system? Do you think X is, like, innovating? Honestly, like, they gave me $18. Now I'm sort of inclined to say they're awesome. Tell me what you think of the boosts. What you think about that, dude? This week, so while I was getting paid from Twitter, while I was getting rich, dude, I was at a potluck last night, and I overheard a vegan talking about her struggles, and I was sort of laughing, and my heart also sort of broke for her, and so pretty much, I'm at this potluck party, and I'm getting a glass of wine, and this girl, clearly she's a vegan. Like, she's like openly vegan. You can tell, and she says it. It would be so easier to be vegan if the recipes didn't call for mountains and mountains of sugar. And she was like complaining about this hardship and how every recipe is just calls for insane amounts of sugar. I don't know where you're getting your recipes. Like, what is this? Where are the vegan websites that are, what are they calling for? Like 2 cups, 4 cups of sugar and something? Like, how much sugar is really going on with that? If a vegan thinks there's too much sugar, like, is that too much sugar? Really wild stuff, dude. I was happy to experience that. So this week has been me just bumping up against me meeting my own goals and narratives that I talk about, narratives in the world, dude. Like, just fun to hear these things ricochet off of off of everywhere, off of my whole environment. Because then I can sort of pinpoint like, oh, like that's like I can connect dots. Like that's what I try to do with this podcast. You know, I try to connect dots here, dude. That's why it's so broad. And that's why this week we're talking about plasma. So a few weeks ago, I brought up the concept of plasma, okay? And it was something that I just sort of fell into. And it was coming from someone that I had listened to before, Graham Hancock. And he was talking about technology, plasma energy technology to run your car. And I thought that it was really interesting. And as I posted about that on Twitter, luckily the algorithm is the algorithm, and it started recognizing that I was posting about plasma, and it started recommending more plasma topics or more plasma posts. And what is this guy's name? I don't even know this guy's name, but it brought me to this this individual who was with the inventor. So a few weeks ago, I spoke about this inventor, and let me go to it real quick. There's this inventor who was making this thunderstorm generator, and I found this guy on Twitter who is like with that inventor. Like he like hangs out with them, and he like talks about like him and plasma, and he's like sort of, this guy's name's George Howard, okay, and find him at Cosmic Tusk. That's his handle on Twitter, but he's affiliated with Graham Hancock and a few other alternative archaeologists on YouTube. He's talking about plasma, and he retweeted me. So now my thing has like 900 views, which is pretty cool. Like that's fun. He posted about this different plasma science. He posted about this new plasma book. Okay. So as he's hanging out with this inventor of this somewhat ancient but also brand new plasma technology to run your vehicle, there's also this other understanding, this other side of the field of plasma. And George Howard tweeted out this new book called A New Science of Heaven. And it's by Robert Temple. Okay. And I downloaded it right away. It was one of those things where I just became like instantly fascinated with it, you know? And it was just another plasma connection. And I'm sort of slowly walking down this rabbit hole. And what I'm wanting with the podcast is to somehow carve out the rabbit hole for you for this topic. That's why there's so many broad topics here. I'm hoping this will pique your interest because it's piquing my interest. This book, A New Science of Heaven by Robert Temple, is about how plasma is literally souls. Plasma is spirit, dude. And I have a quote for you. The quote is, "The advances made in the physics of complex plasmas in recent years provides a mathematical and physical basis to describe the soul or spirit." Excuse me? What the fuck? Huh? Like, that's a real quote, dude. And and I bring this up because this is science backed. So you have to understand, there is a field of science around a type of matter that is being brought forward. This book is brand new. It's being brought forward to prove our spirits, to prove some sort of different realm, to prove our soul, to prove our life source. What do you even call it? I don't know what to call it. But they're saying it's plasma. And I haven't listened to the whole book yet, but I have listened to a few chapters, about 4 chapters. And I just want to give you a quick preview of what it's discussing, because I'm really interested in what other people have to say about it. I really want you to go out and just look at this cover of this book, A New Science of Heaven by Robert Temple. This is about how plasma, how your spirit is literally plasma. it is a type of matter, and there's scientific evidence for this. And some of the evidence that this person brings up is lightning. Lightning is plasma. We discussed this a few weeks ago in number 92 as well. We talked about ball lightning. If you don't know anything about ball lightning, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a ball of lightning and it floats. And one of the characteristics of it is it's able to pass through objects. It's able to pass through solid objects and keep its shape. And what they've discovered with plasma, what Robert Temple discusses, is that they've understood that plasmas can do the exact same thing. They can, the way that their atoms, the way that their electrons vibrate, you know, it's not something that's very clear to me right now, but pretty much plasma is like this, it's almost this like inorganic thing that creates organic stuff. It's this real, it's almost paradoxical. Plasma is paradoxical. But what's interesting is that it's not alternative and it's not controversial. It's actually pretty well accepted amongst scientific communities. Here's a fun fact. And this is something that I think every scientist would agree on. 99%. So this book says 99% of the universe is plasma. Okay? That's an understanding that they have right now. They say that because of the amount of what might have been understood as dark matter. But what's also seen objectively is that like every star is plasma. You know, they say it's balls of gas, but not really. No. Balls, the suns being balls of gas, scientific theory, that was before they understood plasma. Now they and they've scanned the sun. They've scanned the suns, and every star is plasma. And that's why it has like that's why like it like explodes and it looks gooey, like because it's plasma in space, dude. It's crazy. So I thought that was interesting. 99% of the universe is plasma. Are we plasma? That's what this book talks about, dude. It's really interesting. Ghosts are plasma. That's what the sort of what this guy's pointing to. I'm interested to lean more into it. I really want there to be a way to figure out if spirit is real. I really want there to be a way to figure out how to tap into that spirit, dude. Like if there is a tool to tap into spirit, I'm interested in it, you know? Are you interested in something like that? In a technology like that? In an understanding like that? Plasma might be a pathway to an entirely new realm, understanding in a whole new realm of our bodies and our souls and just our understandings of the universe. And I think it's fascinating. I think it's really interesting. So I want to encourage you to go back and listen to episode 92 at least. But also check out this book, A New Science of Heaven by Robert Temple. This is it's just piqued my interest, dude. Just interesting. Just an interesting concept. And it's not really dramatic. It's not really anything like nothing was hidden. You know, it's almost like a calm answer to a lot of different questions, you know. It's plasma. So check that out, dude. Check that out. The last thing about plasma, the thing that he kept talking about is that I think this is almost proven, plasma could be conscious. Okay? So so this guy was really pointing towards plasma being like the force, being God in physic form. God manifests through plasma. I don't know, dog. I don't know, dude. But that's what this guy was talking about. It's really far out there. But the guy has like a really calm British voice, and he talks really just matter of fact. Plasma, 99% of the universe is plasma. Meanwhile, the Earth keeps spinning. Like it's one of those like he tries to say it in layman's terms. He tries to make a joke out of some numbers. So it's digestible, is what I'm saying. It's digestible. What else do we got over here, dude? That's really just what I wanted to talk about. Just, is anyone else interested in plasma? Like, can you please go down the rabbit hole with me? Like, let's convert our cars to plasma tech, dude. Like, let's do that. Let's do something no one's seen before. And with that, folks, we're going to head on into the boosts. America Plus is a value for value show, if you didn't know that. If you don't know what value for value is, head on over to valueforvalue.info.
Go to valueforvalue.info for more info, then download the Fountain.fm app. It's the best way to support the show.
Value for value. So this is where I do my best to bring interesting information. I try to make the thing interesting. And I think there's value. I think there's effort. And you're able to reciprocate the value that you're receiving. I got a few boosts right now. So Fountain.fm, that's my favorite podcasting app. You're able to send small bits of Bitcoin called Satoshis. Satoshis are like fractions of pennies, okay? And you're able to send these to your favorite podcasters, and that's like my favorite money. The value for value is also, you have three main avenues of supporting me if you like vibe with me. It's time, talent, and treasure. Time is just like by listening, by returning, by just like liking, sharing, whatever you want to do. Engaging with the video in any way you can, please. This is your time and attention. Like reciprocate that. Whatever this means to you, man. Like, please. And then talent, if you have any information on the topics that I talk about, I want your information. I want you to come in and DM me, send me a message, send me a Boostagram, which is a message with money. It's something that I'm really looking out for. Like, I want to expand my network of knowledge, and I'm trying to talk about hard subjects, and I want to discuss hard subjects. I want to try to learn harder subjects, and for that to happen, I need to speak with people, and I need to speak about topics that I don't really understand, and I need to ask questions, so I'm trying to expand that connection with people. So if you have any resources, if you have any talent to give me, if you want to be on the show, if you want to, if you know the inventor, if you know Malcolm Bendel, I want Malcolm Bendel on this show, dude. Malcolm Bendel is the inventor of that plasma tech, dude. And I also want to interview Robert Temple. Like, that'd be cool, dude. Like, I gotta write like a list of people that I want to interview, because it started out with just like musicians, but I definitely want to try to do like just like more people, So I got to get this like official list. That's what I got to do. I haven't done that yet for some reason. But I got to talk to the author. I got to talk to the inventor, dude. I got to just talk with the people who are actually producing the answers. Because I feel like my place is to communicate the answers. So that's how I feel, man. That's how I feel. And value for value is a system that enables that, dude. And the last thing is treasure. Treasure is money, of course. I got two routes for that. PayPal, if you want to support America Plus through PayPal with dollars, or download Fountain and send me some Satoshis. Fountain is a little bit more fun. Bitcoin's a bit more fun. It's decentralized, and you can send higher amounts and just have a bit more intake, like these good folks down here. These guys, they saw value in last week. Number 95, Doggies on My Mind, spoke with Shannon Passy about her dreams about having a doggy sanctuary. And we got this first one coming in from @Joel W. He sends in a 1,111 sats. That's a Satchel of Richards, by the way, guys. 1111. Oh, yesterday was 11/11. That's crazy. Lately, okay. So Joel, I asked him last week, what is he eating? This guy Joel told me he eats raw eggs and raw milk in the morning. I'm like, whoa, that's nuts, dude. Like, how many? And now Joel's telling me, lately 3 eggs with a pint of milk mixed in a blender. But sometimes I'll do 6 with the milk, but that gets pricey. And yes, mix in whatever. Honey makes it extra delicious. I call that mix the triple raw. Hell yeah.
Boostar.
Fucking love that, Joel. Like, honestly, the raw egg thing, like I've never done that, and that's gonna be a thing that I need to build up to myself. We'll see how I do that, dude. But it clearly it keeps you healthy. So clearly there's real data on that. Clearly there's real world experience. Next one comes from at the Mere Mortals podcast, my friend from down under, Mr. Kyron Down. What's going on, Kyron? He sends in a whopping 2,222 sats. He says, thanks for sharing, you two. Inspirational, lofty, and aimed far ahead. You're on the right path. And you learned an important thing, Cole. The pursuit of a goal is much more satisfying than actually achieving it.
Boosting is loving.
Yeah. Like, I feel like it's like a Pokemon episode. Yeah. Thanks, Kyron. Thank you, man. I agree, dude. Lessons all the way, man. Goals are important. Lofty goals are important. And I'm never going to stop making these lofty goals. And the whole point of the podcast is that I freaking manifest it, and I document the manifestation. Like, that's what's going on, dude. I'm putting my reputation on the line, man. I'm putting my name on the line. Is it an experience? Is it a Cole McCormick experience or not? The last one comes from that Joel W. He sends in the biggest one of the week, 3,333 sats. That's a lucky one. He says, so we were discussing pit bulls in the UK getting banned. He says, I'm sorry, not pit bulls, American bullies. Talk about propaganda, anyone, through other species. The American bullies getting banned in England. And Joel has to say, a properly trained pit bull, any variety, is the most lovable, loyal, and protective dog one can own. Yes, period, dude. I never owned one personally, but have known dozens over the years, and all were absolutely wonderful. As for the news report, in addition to highlighting only the child attacks, it seemed to imply all the attacks were from the bullies.
Boost.
Precisely, Joel. Precisely. We're onto it. We're figuring out this mystery of this deconstruction of the media. The media was lying their asses off about how many people get eaten by dogs, dude. It's crazy. They were talking about like 900 kids last year got attacked by dogs, and they were making it seem like 900 kids got attacked by American bully dogs. And just a little suspicious, but that wasn't even half of the attack numbers. And also, don't you have to be an adult to own a dog? Like, don't you have to have like licenses or something? Don't you have to have like a vaccine? Don't you need money for a vaccine for a dog? You know what I mean? Like, they were just advertising the killing of these children to justify the banning of this animal. And they were just not adding up. The numbers just weren't adding up, dude. It just, nothing was. Nothing ever does with the media, right? The lying media. The lying media. Did anyone see Trump at the UFC last night? I saw Bill Burr's wife flip him off. Everyone's freaking conservative media wants me to be like upset about that. I'm not. I don't care about that at all, but whatever. Just random shit, dude. Random UFC shit, bro. Random Hollywood shit. What's the last thing? Where are my notes? Okay, V for V. V for V. Those are all the people who saw the value in my show last week, guys. Thank you for sending in the value. Again, thank you. Don't go anywhere yet. We're talking about my movie now, okay? This goes into value for value. A part of what I'm trying to do is have value for value in the podcast be the foundation for like my name and my brand. And I want to be known as a podcaster who directs movies. And one movie I'm directing right now is called Magic Mushroom Fun Time, and it's coming out Christmas 2023. And what I'm doing is I'm creating some video within Video AI, within Gen 2, within Runway. And what I'm doing is I'm having the psychedelic stuff for Magic Mushroom Fun Time be generated by AI that is actually inspired by my original drawings. So I've gone through a process of having the AI translate, and now I'm in the video process, and I got some video going on I don't want to share anything. Like, this is like top secret, dude. I just want to talk about the process of working with the AI. I'm trying to translate the images, and it's just not doing what I think it should do. And it's hard to direct it, you know? Like, I'm not really confident with directing it yet, but I experienced something where it's easier to just type in the words of what I want it to do, and it does it. And the video sometimes, usually to my experience, has been better when I just like type what I want, and then it creates something. So that's something that I'm sort of working through, and my goal with the movie is that it expands value for value. It expands this thing. It expands this system. Because what I'm doing, I'm actually pulling value for value music, and I'm pretty much animating to this value for value music from Homeless Moses. I'm going to be giving him a split. I want to talk to Homeless Moses again. We'll see if we can get him back on the show. I haven't told him anything about this. I never asked him, because it's just value for value. Like, I just want to make a little short film with his song, and I want to give him a split. Like, I want to do my best to, like last week I mentioned how I might be able, like, there might be a way to create a video podcast, you know. We'll see if that comes to fruition. We'll see how many gigabytes the short film ends up being. We'll see how much bandwidth we'll need. You know, there's some physical barriers to that, but regardless, I'm using value for value to create a story, to create an event. That's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to use value for value to create an event. And I want there to be a celebration of artistry. And I want there to be a celebration of innovation. And I think this is an interesting process to move through, because it's not something that I'm not sure anyone else is doing right now. I might be just one of the handful of people doing anything with AI, let alone value for value. To my understanding, I think that there's only like how many people are value for value enabled, dude? Like, let me go to the podcast index real quick. How many people are enabled right now, dude? 3 days. There's 4 million podcasts in the index. That's crazy. But shouldn't it tell you how many people are set up with it, right? Shouldn't that tell you? Anyway, I can't find that number. But last time I checked, I was like one of 20,000 people doing value for value. America Plus is one of 20,000 podcasts doing value for value, or less, I think. It could be more, but it might be less. But what I'm saying is, no one else is doing this. This is brand new. I'm on a different wave. Me using value for value to try to make a movie is nuts. Like, like, this is my scissors, okay, Adam Curry? Me making a movie, me doing AI, me trying to tell the story of, like, me on mushrooms, but, like, it all leads to, like, some brand new world that's connected to, like, my Star Wars. Like, I have insane ideas, dude. Like, I don't know if this is gonna work. And going through this process of getting the video, you know, it's been a challenge, and it's been fun, and it's been calming as well, because I've also been more confident as the days have gone by about what I'm looking for. Sometimes I let thoughts ruminate. I let images ruminate. I let concepts for the movie, for the story to ruminate. And it's fun to be able to, like a few days ago, like, I just, like, discovered some image. I just, like, found some old image, and I was like, whoa, like, that's so cool. Like, I forgot I made that. I forgot I wrote that. I forgot I got this. And I brought it up to the AI, and I was like, wow, like let's do this one. I was like, oh, that works. Like, that so works. So even though it's been a translation of my original drawings, playing with the AI has also allowed me to go completely into completely different avenues of my original intent, which is really cool. I really like that. So I hope value for value can be stronger after this. That's what I want to happen. I fell into something. I fell into this value for value rabbit hole. I fell into podcasting, dude. Like, I started podcasting in 2016. I just sort of fell into it, and I fell in love with it. And now I'm in a moment where I'm actually following the creator and I'm following the inventors of things, and I'm engaging with innovation in real time. And it's I don't want to fuck it up. I don't want to make a bonehead mistake. I want to be conscious with it. I want to be conscious. So maybe that requires me to speed things up, and maybe I got to hurry up on something. Maybe I got to hurry up on phase 2 and just go hardcore with the interviews. Just bring the interviews in as soon as possible. Just try to just expand that network, dude. Expand who I speak to. Expand who I can interact with, because more people in my life is just going to benefit me, first of all. I know that for a fact, dude. And luckily, making a movie forces me to work with people, and it forces me to share it, and it forces me to make decisions creatively. So today's a good day because I'm doing a podcast and I'm expressing myself, and then I'm making a movie with my friends Soren and Shannon. We're doing a little short film. We are finishing up something. Me and my friends, we're all just doing like these little short films. And I'm in a really creative space right now. And I think it can be better. I think there can be better technique. There can be more discipline in it. But right now I'm in a process of just balancing it. I'm just in a process of getting that willpower. I'm in a process of like understanding what is at stake and what is really my responsibility, like really coming to terms with that in terms of like what I say, what I bring forward, what I do, the type of people I talk to, like it's a whole different ballgame, dude. And phase 2 is coming. Phase 2 of America Plus is coming sooner than later, dude. And that's just going to involve more conversations and a bit more presentation on topics. I'm thinking, when I go through the data of what people are like interested in, it's clearly me talking about family and me talking with people and me connecting with people and me talking about my most favorite like interests and my most thought about thoughts. So I'm trying to just like double down on what's been working. That's what I want to do with phase 2. Double down on what's been working. And then we'll see what leads from there, and we'll see how the value flows. And by the time phase 2 comes around, I'll have a movie out. I'll have a short film out, and I'll be able to point to that movie. And I'll be able to say, if you want to see where my ideas can lead to, check out the short film that I put out. This is an example of what I'm doing. When it comes to me using music from Homeless Moses, I want to get him back on the show, and I want to do a video podcast somehow so that we can do time value splits. That is an incredible feat, and I want to be able to do that with the other artists I work with as well. This is something that can work. Value for value can work for cinema. Value for value can work for cinema. That's what I think. That's my hunch. That's my theory. So how about we just find a way to do that? And it sort of connects to like an idea I had for some sort of distributed streaming service, but I don't even want to get into that right now. That's a whole different thing. But what I'm saying is the movie is coming, and God, I hope it makes sense. God, I hope the system makes sense. I'm confident people will vibe with it, but I'm really trying to like play my cards right with communicating value for value and figuring out how normal people can see it, how normal people can absorb that value for value message. So hopefully Magic Mushroom Fun Time creates a bridge. Hopefully, like that's the intention here, guys. It's really interesting. Really interesting. Tell me what you think about that in the boostergrams, dude. Send me a boostergram, please. Send me some treasure, please, man. I'm looking for treasure. I'm looking for magic. Looking for magic. Magic. Oh. What else do we got here? If value for value music is possible, then anything is possible. Anything. That's my belief, dude. And that also leads me to what I want to do around phase 2. I've also been experimenting. Now, here's a random thought. Should I start a new podcast? Should I do a music show? I really think I should. I've been thinking about if I want to interview artists, how I don't want to just listen to the music, you know, like I want to like see how the audience vibes with things. I want to try to get more data on things, you know? So I've been thinking about doing like as the show is expanding, as I do more interviews, what if I did more music? What if I actually put out an episode of a music podcast once in a while and try to express my own view, try to have my own vibe of through Value for Value, you know, just another way, just another show. The more examples of Value for Value happen and are built out, the more people will see an opportunity with Value for Value. And that's what I want to happen. Value for Value is something that is just, I think it's just real, dude. Like, it's real. We got to keep pushing it. We got to just keep focusing on the value. And I promise I promise I'm upgrading, guys. It's happening, dude. The upgrade is commencing right now. Yeah, man, that's honestly all I have. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in to the innovation. And make sure to have your espresso early. That's America Plus, bitch. Stay free.